Welcome to the Wise Take DFS podcast. I am your host, CK013. You can find me on Twitter at CK_013. And of course, until Saturday, you can find me at Montego Bay, Jamaica at the Hyatt Ziva Rose Resort. And I'm joined by a very special guest. That's right. I had to come on the pod, man. I heard we had you coming on. I know that you met Paulie down at the MLB FanDuel Live Finals, and we love talking to the guys and hearing about their experiences. I'm here with Josh. You can find him on Twitter at Cashin DFS. That's Cashin as in CASHIN DFS. Josh, man, we appreciate you joining us, brother. How you doing, man?
I'm doing pretty good.
Awesome,
Ready
man.
to get into this.
Awesome, man. So we're looking forward. So just to let the listeners know, we're doing things a little bit differently. Josh and I both had odd schedules today, so we're doing it early. It's literally, I think, 3:15 over on the east, or 2:15. I'm sorry, on the East Coast. So we have no salaries. This is a real legitimate first look, as in we couldn't give a first look because we really couldn't see it. So you know, when we do these shows, man, it's more so about the game theory and the thought process and all that stuff. So I really don't think I think if anything, it'll be pretty cool to hear some of your opinions without knowing the salaries and just kind of really seeing like your first instinct on the game, bro. So real quick, do me a favor, Josh. I want you to just tell. I know that you were a live finalist for FanDuel for baseball this year, which congrats, bro. That's an awesome accomplishment. That's how we actually got a hold of you. Paulie D down there doing his thing, networking, and you know, he's a big people person. He loves meeting people, and I heard you guys hit it off pretty good, man. So
Yeah.
So do me a favor and tell everybody that's listening a little bit about yourself, please.
Well, I've been playing DFS for a few, close to 3 years now, and I'm more of a FanDuel player, and strictly GPP,
There you go.
no cash.
No cash.
I don't play cash. No cash.
No cash, homie.
Yeah.
Awesome,
No
man.
cash.
Awesome, man. So tell me a bit. How did you end up qualifying for the final?
How?
Yeah. What
Well,
type of contest was it?
Oh, what do you mean? What do you mean? The qualifier? It was a $12.
$12. Okay. So you beat a pretty good amount of people then.
Yeah. It was supposed to be a day off. I wasn't supposed to play that day.
Oh.
And
Wow.
I stacked the Padres, my favorite team in baseball. I stacked the Padres a lot. I love them. Nobody stacks them.
It's true.
They went off. I went to Chicago.
There it is, brother. There it is. And that's how it all happened, man. So how was your experience down there, bro?
It sucked because I ain't cash. I was supposed to play. Hap. I pussed out. Went with 76% Kluber. Yeah, it wasn't good. I finished 0.2 out of the money.
Oh man, 0.2 out of the money. Now that's a kick in the balls. I totally get it. It's like if you come like in the bottom, you're still pitching in cash, but it's like, okay, well I just had the wrong format. But when you were literally off by one player, man. That sucks.
Well, my Hap lineup would have been 13th. So
Oh damn, dude. Oh man.
yeah, I changed it the last hour before.
Oh yeah, man. That's some serious. That's tilting as hell right there. I totally get it, man. You know, because when you answer, you caught me off guard. Everybody else that I've asked is always like, "Oh, it was great, it was awesome." He was like, "It sucked." I was like, "Oh, damn."
I don't care about nothing but money. That's it. If I'm not winning, I'm not happy.
No, I hear you, bro. I hear. So you living up to the Twitter handle?
Exactly.
I'm with it, man. I'm with it. So listen, bro. I know you got to do your thing, and I know you got a lot of shit to do today. So we're gonna get right into it. We're gonna talk about this slate. It's a big Friday slate. Friday slates are always great GPP slates because there's so many damn games. So we're gonna dive right in. We're gonna go game by game, man. I want you to talk to me a little bit about what you see in the pitchers here, and maybe obviously you play regularly, so you know already what the hitters are. You don't need to, you know. So let's get started, brother. We got Ariel Miranda, the lefty from the Seattle Mariners, visiting CC Sabathia of the New York Yankees.
Well, not interested in either one of these pitchers. CC. I usually target Seattle with lefties, but not CC. Not interested in him.
Oh yeah, I totally get you. It's like a limited upside kind of deal, especially at Yankee Stadium, right?
Yeah, and the Yankees are getting hot. Gary the GOAT every day. Just every day. Just play him every day. He's gonna hit it. Miranda, nah, he sucks. Yankees is getting hot.
Oh, I'm totally with you, man. I see it the same way as you, man, and I think Vegas does too. We got a high total here. Like you said, CC's one of those guys where like he could burn you going against him, but it's really tough to stomach to play him. And I'm with you on Seattle. I love targeting lefties against them, but like you said, man, this ain't the guy. Interesting though. I think I see if Cano's healthy enough to play, I think he might have a little something nagging at him. I see a Q by his name, but if he's healthy enough to play, man, Cano returning to Yankee Stadium. I know it's lefty on lefty, but Cano returning to Yankee Stadium, man. The problem with baseball, bro, like when you have a narrative in basketball, it's like this is the guy's one chance to play him for a while. But in baseball, this dude's got 3 or 4 games to fucking get his home run in. So it's like, you know what I'm saying? So I feel like the revenge factor, except unless you're a pitcher where you have the ball in your hands every play, I feel like the revenge factor is like, you know what I'm saying, not as strong.
Well, basketball, I mean, you get the ball in your hands, you do what you want with it, and your teammates can feed you. But baseball, you got to step to the plate and do something.
It's not like they can give you extra at bats. Like it's like, you know, in football, it's easy. You get the quarterback on board, he'll just throw you a bunch of targets, no problem. And like same thing with basketball, like you said, they'll just give you the ball and let you do your thing. But in baseball, it's like you still are only gonna get the same amount of bats. They can't just bat you twice. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know. So that's a good point, my man. Jacob deGrom of my New York Mets visiting the Washington Nationals, who looks like they haven't named a pitcher just yet. There we go.
Oh, well, DeGrom, he's interesting. I mean, I've been targeting Washington, of course, like everybody. Washington's not good lately. DeGrom has been good against them this year. I could use DeGrom. Mm-hmm. I don't know.
No.
Will I? I'm not sure.
Right.
I mean, I like DeGrom at home better.
Yes, exactly.
But I could go against Washington, of course.
Yeah, man.
And
I think you got the right idea.
The Mets, they're just sorry to tell you, but
you're not gonna tell me no, man. I already know. It's all good.
They're getting down at the bottom.
Yes. With
getting rid of everybody. So whoever's pitching for Washington, maybe you could look at them, but they might become chalk.
You're right though, but it's 100% true. Listen, man, I'm a realist with my Mets, man. I don't let my homerism affect my DFS play. Like you, bro, I'm about the money. So I'm a Met fan. I root for the Mets when I'm not playing fantasy. When I take a day off from fantasy, I root for the Mets. But in this situation, man, I've been targeting pitchers against them every chance I get. They've been striking out a ton ever since they got rid of all those guys you were talking about, Bruce and Duda and all them dudes. They've been striking out a ton. They got all the young guys up, Brandon Nimmo, Dominic Smith, Wilmer Flores, Ahmad Rosario. These guys, no, not Flores, but Smith and Rosario. These guys are going to strike out. You know, they're not just seeing big league pitching for the first time. So I think you're right, man, that there's pretty much, I mean, I'm trying to admit, I think Edwin Jackson's probably the only guy that I maybe wouldn't play against the Mets, but like he already pitched yesterday, so we don't got to worry about that. So I think I'm with you, man. Like whoever this guy is, you're going to want to take a look at him, especially in tournaments.
But you could also use Zimmerman.
Yes.
You could use him as a one-off against DeGrom.
100%. And, of course, you can use Murphy just because he seems to just mash the Mets ever since he left them. He's like the one guy that proves...
Don't play Rendon.
Oh, yeah. I'm with you on that, man. I'm with you on that.
Rendon has 0 hits in 16 at-bats in the last 5 years against DeGrom.
Oh, yeah. That's a great call right there. That's a great call. Let's see. We got Jose Quintana, the lefty from the Chicago Cubs, visiting Jared Eichhoff of the Philadelphia Phillies.
Quintana, he doesn't have upside for me. I mean, he's pitching all right since coming to the Cubs, but doesn't have upside. I don't play him. Eichhoff, nah. Velocity is down. Don't play him. Stack against Eichhoff. Cubs are hot. Playing in Philly, yeah. I'll take some Cubs.
I'm with you, man. I'm with you 100%. This is a situation where I think, like, looking at it, and I know you don't play cash. From a cash game perspective, I think a lot of people are going to look at this guy because I'm assuming, at least on FanDuel, he's probably going to be, I'm assuming he's going to be cheaper than DeGrom because DeGrom is usually pretty up there. But I'm with you, man. The Philly, especially against lefties, man, the Phillies are pretty much all right-handed. It's like, you know what I'm saying? Like, Cameron Rupp is a lefty masher. Tommy Joseph may be coming around. Maikel Franco, although he's been god-awful, normally he's pretty good against lefties. And this new dude, man, Hoskins, man, this dude's starting to heat up. He's one of the top prospects. He's a righty bat. It's a tiny ballpark. Freddie Galvis is better, in my opinion, seems to be better batting against lefties. So I'm with you, man, 100%. I'm not really, at least first look, I'm not really so into Quintana. I think like in cash games on FanDuel, I think DeGrom, so far, we haven't seen the other pitchers, but so far, DeGrom over Quintana for me. I really have no interest, especially in this park, man. It's a tiny little park. And that's a great point you made about Eichhoff with his velocity being down. That's something that I think a lot of people who play every day, like towards the end, they don't bother to check that. Like they look in the beginning of the season, oh, this guy throws 98, but they don't bother to really check like what he's doing lately and like where his where he's struggling. And like a guy like Eichhoff, man, his velocity's down. Like when your velocity's down, it affects all your other pitches because they're not as effective because you're not getting as much of a speed change. A lot of times you'll see a guy's velocity and his fastball go down, but then his slider velocity goes up a mile per hour or something like that. And it's like, you think about it, you're basically throwing the same pitches. It's like, you know what I mean? It's like you got one pitch at that point. So that's a great call.
It's down about 2 miles an hour.
That's significant. That's scary. In this ballpark?
That's down.
Whew.
Yeah. He says he's not concerned about it, but
well, he's not playing DFS on himself.
Exactly.
His money's guaranteed, so I wouldn't be worried about it either if I got $1 million check at the end of the week. You know, I'm with you, bro.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, Bartolo. Cool. Oh no, go ahead. You got something on there?
No. Yeah. I was just gonna say Rupp.
Yeah, baby.
You don't know he's gonna play because I seen some about he's only gonna start with 2 pitchers.
Oh, really?
In the rotation. So it doesn't even matter who's like last night I wanted him. He wasn't in. So yeah, but Rupp and Hoskins.
Oh yeah, man.
Fire
against lefties. Oh yeah, all day. Here we go. Bartolo Colon of the Minnesota Twins visiting J.A. Happ, the lefty from the Toronto Ball. You were just talking about Happ, man. We got my man. My bad, but it is what it is. Talk to me about J.A. Happ.
Versus Minnesota. I won't go there. They're too hot for me in this ballpark. Nah, I mean he could be used as a GPP option, but I probably won't. And Potato Head, just all the bats, stagger every bat you can fit in. Put against Mr. Potato Head.
Yo,
he was all right for a couple weeks ago. He went back in the past. But now he's back in the present. Stack against him.
The future is now. No, man.
He came back on the time machine.
That's it, brother. His Cinderella ride's over. I'm with you, man. Everybody was getting so frustrated targeting against him. He was just shutting them down. But I'm with you. The Blue Jays, man, these are bats. I know they're not having a great year, but they're still respectable bats. Batista, Donaldson, Smoke, Morales, Pierre, like all these guys, man. They even got.
I'll use them all except Joey.
Except Joey Bats.
Yeah, he's garbage.
He's having
but Donaldson's on fire.
Yeah.
Smoke every day. I'll play Smoke every day.
Oh yeah. His exit velocity is always solid. Great call. And with Happ, yeah, it's gonna be tempting for people. People are gonna see the Twins, they strike out, but you gotta remember, like a lot of their best hitters are right-handed. Like they'll bring in Jimenez, who isn't great. Don't get me wrong, but if he's gonna get a hit, it's gonna be against a lefty, because he only plays against lefties. And then Buxton too. I'm curious to see where they bat Buxton, because I know they batted him recently, like 3rd in the order or something like that. And like
last night he was 4th, I think.
Right. If they're gonna continue to do that, man, that's intriguing. Especially if they can find. The problem is like with this Twins lineup, there's no real protection, because there's no pitcher that's terrified of any of these guys. So it's like, you know what I'm saying? Like when you have like the Mets, right? You'll put like Cespedes in front of Conforto, and you're like, oh, okay, if I'm a righty, I have to pitch a Cespedes now. Like Conforto's a lefty, and he might mash me. So it's like in the Twins, there's no real protection. So because of that, I feel like I look at the Twins as a team I typically want to stack or nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, Dozier is always a good one-off. Don't get me wrong. That dude's always, you know.
He's hot. But Polanco might be the hottest hitter in baseball right now.
Yo, and you know what? I really like doing that in the AL games, like the 8-9 or like the 9-1-2, or so, you know what I'm saying? I love doing that wraparound stack too, man. That's
he was hitting at the top last night.
Oh, was he?
But I prefer him at the bottom.
Yeah.
I want players at the bottom because nobody plays
him.
And his price is high because he's so hot.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
But he's hot.
Absolutely, man. And the thing is, people gotta realize is he might be batting 9th, but he's on the road, so he's not gonna lose if his team is like, you know, if he's winning, he's gonna play the bottom of the 9th. He's not on the top of the 9th. He's not gonna lose that last at bat. So that's something that for a road team, I got no problem going into tournaments. Obviously, I got no problem going to the bottom of the order and the wraparound stacks, man. In the right situation, this is one of those situations for sure. Let's see. We got Travis Wood of the San Diego Padres visiting Adam Conley of the Miami Marlins. Damn, this one will make you think.
Yeah. I wouldn't use either pitcher, that's for sure. They both suck. Oh, man. Yeah, nah. Nah, I might play some bats here. I don't like the park, of course, but like I said, I always like the Padres. You could stack them. Corella, my dude, my dude.
Oh man, no man, I'm with you. I think Connolly is gonna get people's attention, and like, oh, I might wake up tomorrow and feel a little differently. But the way I'm feeling right now, go ahead. I want to hear what you have to say.
I mean, he could be safe because it's the Padres.
Right.
So anybody can be safe against Padres, but they could also blow up for 10.
Yeah. Oh, they absolutely can. And the other thing about, like, to me, I think Renfroe makes a big deal. Like, Renfroe is a guy against lefties. That dude like never strikes. Like, he very rarely strikes out. And if he ain't striking out, he's probably gonna hit the ball pretty hard off Conley. So Hedges, Renfroe, your boy Perella, these are like, that's the thing about, they might strike out against lefties, but they also hit lefties. So it's like it really is like it's not such a lock. And you got a guy like Connolly, it's worrisome. It's not like he's like, listen, we had Chris Sale going here, so no brainer. We have Adam Connolly. It's a guy he's a hit or miss type of dude. You know what I mean? So like, if I was gonna play Connolly in a GPP, I would have to have a Padres head stack. I couldn't just stomach riding him out there and just letting him do his thing. I couldn't. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I couldn't let that ride.
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah, but Connolly could be used. I mean, he could have upside.
No, for sure. He could have upside. And to be honest, man, like, obviously, I want to see what his pricing is. But like on DraftKings and cash games, if we can't find a top option, which I'm looking at a guy right now that's already probably going to knock him out of the mix. But depending on his price, if he's cheap enough, you got to think, considering his price, his point per dollar could be decent, because you got to figure if he can get some of these strikeouts, if you can secure some strikeouts in the beginning, then you have a decent floor at that point. Like, he's not gonna, maybe he won't get you a negative, right? He might get you a 5, but at least he won't get you, because like, what you don't want is a negative 15. Like, we've seen guys take down GPPs with zeros from their pitcher. It's hard to do it when you got a negative something, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
What about Stanton? What are your thoughts on Stanton here against the lefty?
My thoughts on Stanton?
Yes, sir.
You don't want to know my thoughts on Stanton.
Oh, I want to know now. Now I gotta know.
I hate Stanton with a passion. I use him. When I use him, he gets 0. When I don't use him, he's hitting one out. And I haven't used him since the All-Star break.
Oh man,
not once. He's going bananas.
He is
going bananas. I used him last night. 0.
Oh God.
In a great matchup.
Oh.
Price way up. I was like, okay, let's do this.
Yeah.
0.
Yo,
So yeah, I don't like, but they're in play. I mean, 1 through 5, 1 through 6. Yeah. They're all in play.
Man, I wouldn't mind at this point. I'm with you. I wouldn't mind skipping over him, just because, like, see, my thing is when he comes out here and he's priced at like on a 15-game slate. Now, listen, if we was on a 4 or 5-game slate, there are some guys that are just not fadeable. But like on a 15-game slate, I'm not gonna pay
at his price.
Yeah, at his price, I'm not gonna pay damn near damn near $6K for him, or at least on DraftKings anyway, just so. Like when I can get that from somebody else. Okay, he hits 2 home runs. There's plenty of outfielders on a 15-game slate that can hit 2 home runs. He is not the only dude. So I'm not paying top dollar for the guy. I just can't. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, Jeremy Hellickson of the Baltimore Orioles visiting Rick Porcello of the Boston Red Sox.
I like Porcello. I mean, he has pretty good numbers against Baltimore, I believe. So yeah, I could use him, and I could definitely stack up some Boston bats. I could definitely do that.
You could do that with a smile on your face.
But yeah. I like Boston. I do like Boston, but Porcello, I mean, he's okay. He's an option, but
he's not an option.
There's a guy here that I'm gonna be probably going all in on. So.
Oh, okay. There's the teaser, ladies and gentlemen. See that line right there is what's gonna keep the listeners listening, because now everybody's got to know who this guy is now. You see that? I like how that's done. I'm with you, man. Porcello is a guy where it's like, yeah, okay, he's been pitching better lately. You kind of know what you're gonna get from the dude. But it's a small park. Baltimore has kind of been heating up a little bit. At least they were on the West Coast in that Angels series. So I'm with you, man. It's like, at first glance, oh yeah, Porcello, you see strikeouts. You see Baltimore, you see strikeouts. But then you start, and like you said, his BVP is not bad. But it's like there's just better options, I think. So it's going to be hard for us to go there. And I really like your boys, though. I know you like the Red Sox. But I like your boys, man. Devers, Benintendi, all these guys.
Yeah. I mean, I do DFS hurts my fandom. They're my number one team, but not. I don't play them because I'm a fan.
That's it.
I play them because I like Devers and Moreland the most.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, we got to see.
Devers is a beast.
Devers is a phenomenal. He's definitely a beast. And Mitch Moreland, man, we got to start seeing some positive regression from the dude, man. Like last year, he had a phenomenal year with Texas. He really did. He had a very good year. And so we don't have that much left. You got to expect him to at least regress back to his average. So that's a good call, man. People are off him. No, everybody's ignoring him. He's gonna get it together, man. He's gonna go on one of them streak. He's gonna go on a streak, man. He's gonna go hot one of these days.
Yeah. Well, I would like to tell these folks, you got to get on these horses before everybody finds out about them. Like Devers. Like I know I always check the top 100 prospects. Like once a week I try to check it. So I know Boston. So I knew Devers. So I was on Devers from jump. Now everybody knows. Mm-hmm. Dude's good. Mm-hmm. Now you don't get him. Hoskins. Like there's just players. Oh, what's Yankees first baseman? Austin?
Yeah, Tyler Austin.
Dude's a masher. And now people know.
Yeah.
So just try to do your research on these guys because roster's about to expand. You want to get on these guys at min price when nobody else is on them. Coward from the Angels, when he first came back up, he was scoring double digits every day at min price. I was getting him 2%. Going ham at 2% min price. Chapman, Oakland, just make sure you're up on these guys coming up because you can get them at no ownership and they go off for you.
Yo, that's a solid point because that's the advantage. That's one of the few like good things about baseball is there's such a large farm system and players will come and go throughout the season. So you'll get guys that just pop in on this roster and like in basketball, okay, he's up, but you don't know if he's gonna play. In baseball, if he's in the lineup, you know he's going to get at least a couple of bats, and that's all you need. You know what I'm saying? Even if he gets pitched hit for later, he only needs one or two at bats to hit a home run. It only takes one. It takes one pitch to hit a home run. So that's a great call, man. I like that. And I that's something I always do. When I see a name that I'm unfamiliar with or if I hear rumors about a guy, I'm always checking. I'm always looking it up and see what can I find. Is this guy tired? Same thing with pitchers. We hear pitchers get called up. I want to know if there's a guy with a matchup against like the Rays or the Brewers or the Padres or something, and he's a highly touted prospect. Like you said, nobody's going to give this guy a shot because DraftKings or FanDuel priced him at 5 or 6K, so they just assume he sucks and don't even look. And so that's a great call, man. That's one of the advantages of baseball throughout the season. It's a grind, but there's some ways to give you that edge. So that's a great call, man.
Yeah, that's probably the biggest advantage this late in the season because rosters are expanded.
Oh yeah, rosters are expanded, and on top of that, it's put up a shutout. These guys want to see their kids play. The guy like the Mets are a perfect example. Dominic Smith, Ahmed Rosario, like there's a reason they got rid of Bruce and all these guys. It's because they make way for these new guys, and so that's a great call, man.
Exactly.
Let's see. Jason Vargas, the lefty from the Kansas City Royals, visiting Ryan Merritt, the lefty from the Cleveland Indians.
Well, the way Cleveland has been playing, I would say Vargas is in play, but I don't like him personally. Merritt, I don't really know much about Merritt. I'd have to look into him. But I know I like Kane versus a lefty. Mm-hmm. Anytime versus a lefty. Merrifield. Perez is back, but I prefer him versus righty usually. Yes. But Vargas could be in play because Cleveland has been bad. Yeah. Boston has been destroying them, making them look like the Padres.
Yeah. The strikeouts will be what's his name? Sale, I think. Or not, I'm sorry, Pomerantz made him look real bad, man. He made him look silly, man.
Now they got Sale.
Yep. Now they got Sale today. Oh, so you know what? Coming from Sale though, like going from Pomerantz, Sale, now you get Vargas. And I'm not trying to shit on Vargas all the way, but it is kind of a semi-shit on him because he's not anywhere near the level. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like he ain't anywhere near the level. No. So it's like I feel like them now getting a lefty that's a lot worse. Maybe they'll have a chance. You know what I'm saying? It's like driving a fast-ass car. And you're going real fast, and all of a sudden you're going 20 miles an hour. You feel like you're not moving. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, so maybe they get used to some of this elite pitching. They had Pomerantz, then they peak with Sale, and now maybe they dribble back down, and it's like, okay, we get Vargas now. So we can wake up.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't use Vargas, but maybe he's an option. I don't target them at home.
But you're right. But it's like, listen, man. First look, do I want to play the guy? No. But like, you have to take a look. Anytime a lefty's against Cleveland, especially lately, that's the precedent they set, and you got to go with the flow. So it's like, you know. So yeah, right now, do we want to play the guy? Absolutely not. Do we have to look in? Do we have to consider the guy? We might have to, just because we have to at least take that second look at him. And one thing about the Royals that they're starting to return back to that old form of not striking out. Beginning of the year, they were striking out a ton. That was the big secret. Remember, everybody was like avoiding pitchers against the Royals because they don't strike out, and then they were striking out a ton. Well, that's gone. They've also got back in that time machine, and they did their thing. They're not striking out again. So Ryan Merritt, like you said, I don't know much about him, and like if it was the Padres, I would care to look into it. But with the Royals, where's the K upside? You know what I'm saying? Like if they're not gonna strike out, I don't care if this dude's gonna, you know, what's he gonna do? You know what I mean? So
yeah, I don't think he'll get blown up.
Right, exactly. I don't think he'll necessarily get blown up, but at the same time,
I don't think he's terrible. But I don't think he's great either.
Right.
He's average.
And the matchup isn't that great, right? Let's see. Ivan Nova of the Pittsburgh Pirates visiting Robert Stevenson of the Cincinnati Reds.
Huh. I remember Stevenson just faced them. Let me see. Yeah. 5.2 innings, 2 hits, 2 walks, 4 Ks, 1 earned run.
Damn.
But now he gets to go to. He's been pitching on the road. He's been pitching all right, okay for his price, but he's been on the road. Now he gets to go to Great American Small Park.
That's it.
So I wouldn't use him.
Oh yeah, no, I totally.
I wouldn't use him. Nah, I don't like to use pitchers here unless they're good, which I don't think either one of these are.
I'd have to agree with you, my man.
Nova is struggling.
Yeah.
Nova is not good recently.
He's been bad.
But yeah, like the bats. Love Bell.
Oh, great call.
Bell's in play for me every day.
Mm-hmm.
I want guys that are low owned.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying. It's first or last for me.
Yeah.
It's nothing in between. If I'm second, I'm not happy. I want first or last. Bell every day. He's in play for me. It's low owned. It has power from both sides. And he's hot right now.
This is a phenomenal opportunity for people to finally be able to play these Pirates. People hate playing them when they're at home because of the big ballpark, and Josh Bell still hits home runs in that ballpark. That dude's just got immense power. And now you're going to put him against Robert Stevenson in, like you said, the Great American Small Park. It's going to be hard not to want a bunch of these Pirate shares, especially like Josh Harrison's been red hot, and Josh Bell, man, right there, the 2-4. I love doing that 2-4. And right now, it's projected to kind of go that way. And if that's the case, it's going to be very, very hard not to get a little piece of that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, Harrison just hit that walk-off. Harrison is hot.
Yes, he is.
Marte, Frazier.
Yeah. Oh,
Frazier
yeah.
is never owned.
Oh, that's a great call. I like that one.
I like Cincy lefties.
Oh yeah.
Suarez, he's hot.
Mm-hmm.
Hidden dongs.
Mm-hmm.
Daily
on the regular.
Yeah. Kozar, nah. I like Cincy lefties.
Yeah.
And Suarez.
I'm glad Schebler's back, man. I'm definitely glad he's back. He was somebody I loved playing.
I love him.
I love that dude.
I love him.
Absolutely. All right, man. Chad Bettis of the Colorado Rockies visiting Julio Teheran of the Atlanta Braves.
Okay.
He said, "Oh, okay."
So it's in Atlanta.
Yeah.
So we get Core South here. So
there we go.
Colorado, it's like playing a home game, right?
Yeah, to a degree.
Close.
Yeah, man. The park. And here's the thing about Colorado that people misunderstand. Colorado, the only reason that it's Coors is because of the altitude. Their actual ballpark is huge.
Exactly.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, they have a huge dimensional wise. It's big.
And they raise fences.
Absolutely.
But it don't matter. 'Cause that thin air, it don't matter.
Absolutely. What you got here for me, man?
Don't like either pitcher.
Mm-hmm.
I don't pitch Teheran at home. Mm-hmm. Blackman. Get you some Blackman. Arenado's on the heater.
Mm-hmm.
Watch out. Arenado's hot. But yeah, always target lefties versus Teheran. Always.
Mm-hmm.
And they can't hold on runners. Suzuki, Flowers, they're not good. So Blackman, if he gets on, he can go.
That's a great call. Like when you have a guy in a good stolen base position, You just need him to get on base once, bro. That's all you need is once, and you just trust he's gonna do his thing. And I think that's a great call with Blackmon because he's gonna. The upside for Blackmon is just crazy. This park favors left-handed hitting. He's a lefty with big power. He's leading off, so he's gonna get the most at bats on his team. He's on the road, so he's not gonna get robbed of that extra top of the ninth, a bat or whatever. And on top of that, he's got stolen base upside. It's like it's kind of it's like all the signs just kind of point, man. There's variance. He can go for 0 for 5 and give you nothing. But, dude, I think the chance, you know what I'm saying? Like, these are the situations where, like, this is like a calculated risk at this point with Blackmon. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no doubt.
What do you think about the Braves against the Padres, bro?
I'm not really feeling them too much. Been struggling too much for me.
Oh, I'm assuming you're talking about the Braves, right?
Yeah.
There was somebody in our chat. I think it was Aldat. Well, one of our members from the premium chat was talking. He said something about Freddie having like a bad wrist and saying something about he's having a hard time hitting home runs with his wrist. And he had a decent game. He got a couple hits, a double RBI, whatever. He had a decent game. But when you got Freddie Freeman, you're not looking for a 3 for 4. You're looking for a home run. So that's a little concerning.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly. I just don't think I don't think the Braves have it. Like, I don't think they have the upside for me.
I got you. And plus, Chad Bettis, he's a ground ball pitcher, I'm pretty sure, right? He gives you a decent ground ball rate.
Yes.
That's a good call.
He does get blown up.
Yeah.
Usually.
He certainly can. All right. Justin Verlander of the Detroit Tigers visiting Miguel Gonzalez of the Chicago White Sox.
This is my guy.
I figured this was your boy. I looked ahead. I was like, I think it's got to be this dude.
Yeah. This is my dude. I've been playing him. He's been going deep. He's been great. Verlander. I don't think I'm gonna get him at low ownership today. Maybe folks go to DeGrom. Maybe they go to Greinke. Maybe, but I'll be on Verlander. Every fifth day I'm gonna pitch him until he shows me he's gonna regress back to the Verlander of earlier in the year. But right now, I'm on him. I love him.
I don't blame you. And the thing about Verlander, they will let this dude throw 125 pitches on any night. They'll just they don't care. They'll let him do his thing. And that bullpen is terrible. If they want to win ever in their life, when he's out there, they got to just let him do his thing, man.
Yeah, no doubt. He's been going 120 a lot. Mm-hmm. Over 100 like every game.
Oh, yeah. He'll get 5 innings in, throw 120 pitches. They'll still bring him back out there for a quality start. They don't give a shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know why. He must have said something to him like, bro, let me do my thing out there. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
no, I think it's his old lady. You don't remember the tweet last year?
I forgot. What'd she say?
He didn't win the Cy Young.
Oh, that's right. She put that shit. That's right. Yeah. She was upset about that.
And then he was sucking earlier this year. She was like, I got to do something. He's got to
make up for it.
She been putting it on him.
Oh, he's getting, man. He's getting. Yo, that woman, Kate Upton, seems to just ruin careers, bro. Like, Sanchez went to 2 AFC championships in football with the Jets. Started dating her. Now he's like the worst football. Like, he's gonna be known as the butt fumble guy for the rest of his life. That woman just. And not to mention, when she first got with Verlander, he had some of the worst numbers he's put up in a while. So maybe he's adjusted, but that woman is trouble, man. Let's see here. Jake Odorizzi of the Tampa Bay Rays visiting Michael Wacha of the St. Louis Cardinals. Now it starts to get a little interesting with these pitchers.
Yeah, I mean, the Rays. Oh God, the Rays. All they do is K. Mm-hmm. So, do you want to pitch Wacha? You want to pitch Wacha?
Yo, I think I would have to consider, man. He's having a decent year. I'd have to consider the guy. I really would.
I can't do it.
Oh, listen, on FanDuel, it's tough to go there. It's like a middle-of-the-road thing. But on DraftKings, you got to pick two guys.
SP2.
He's like, anytime you got it, like, you have to look at the dude. But on FanDuel, is he the kind of guy that you look at and you see mega upside? No. You know what I'm saying? Like,
well, it's the Rays, so he can get there.
He absolutely
can. Strike out. He could strike out 10.
He could.
Because the Rays could strike out against anybody.
Oh, yeah.
But, yeah. I mean, yeah. Walker's an option.
He's
Odorizzi, no.
No. And not at all. Especially not since he's been back from the DL. He's been complete trash. He's just, I don't know if he's fixed yet, man. He might still be hurt because he's been absolutely garbage since coming back. Well, his last start, did he get blown up by Toronto or something like that? I think somebody ripped him up. I don't know who it was, but somebody, I think it was Toronto, because I think he actually has decent BVP against Toronto, like really good, and they just ripped him apart.
Toronto's been hot, though.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, we got to give him some credit there. Toronto has been hot.
But Kiermaier is balling right now.
He is.
Coming off the DL, he's balling.
Yeah, he is. Certainly is.
Souza every day.
I love that dude, man.
If Souza's playing a righty, you put him on the team.
Oh, yeah.
Put him in your lineup.
Oh, yeah. I love Souza, man. That dude is phenomenal. He's so underrated. Yo, did you see? I was looking on Twitter yesterday, and somebody posted like a GIF or a GIF, whatever they call it, of him hitting a home run, but it was a bird's eye view. And the ball, like, as soon as he hit it, it went up and curved and whipped. It was a home run, apparently. He hit. Yo, it was a crazy-ass view. It shows you how hard this dude hits the ball. Like, that thing was moving, man. Like it was like this big old curve.
It's all righties. I think he only has one homer off of a lefty this year.
Yeah, man.
And all the rest of them is versus righties.
He's one of those dudes. He must have grown up with, like, very few lefties around. Like, he probably grew up just hitting number right-handed pitching. You know what I'm saying?
Ramos is hot, too.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. He's hot. Obviously, you got guys like Duda and then Kiermaier coming back. That's a big deal, man. That's one more lefty to have, and he's their leadoff guy. Like Dickerson was never meant to be their leadoff guy. He was covering for Kiermaier. Kiermaier's the dude. He's got the speed. He's Definitely. The guy that gets on base. Like, Kiermaier's the one you want. So I think that's a big spark to this lineup for sure. And now you got Dickerson is behind Souza. So look at the protection you now have. You got Kiermaier at the top. If he gets on, okay, maybe Longoria is it's hit or miss. Maybe you don't want to pitch to him, but he's been pitching bad, so maybe you go after him. But after that, you got Souza, who's a righty master, behind Duda. You know what I'm saying? Who's also a righty master, and then behind him you got Dickerson. So now we're starting to see these Rays line up with a little bit more protection here. You know what I mean?
Yes, it's much better lineup with Kiermaier in there.
Absolutely, big upgrade. I'm with you. Ty Bloch, the lefty from the San Francisco Giants, visiting Zach Greinke of the Arizona Diamondbacks.
See, Greinke is, without question, he's pretty good play. San Francisco is not good at all. And they have more Ks in their lineup. People, I don't want to target against San Francisco. San Francisco is not San Francisco of 3 months ago. Mm-hmm. They got these call-ups that will strike out. Mm-hmm. So you can play Greinke for sure.
Yeah, and nobody's going to play him.
No, not in that park.
Nope. They're not going to play him in the park. They're going to say that, like you said, the Giants. And listen, man, like you said, 3 months ago, I was preaching it too. I'm not playing no pitches against them. But they started calling up these dudes. They got Pablo Sandoval back. They got Ryder Jones. All these guys. And like, listen, I'm not hating on the guys. Like Ryder Jones is young. He could be. But as a team together, they are striking out a lot more. They're providing that upside. Especially, we're not talking about some mediocre pitcher. We're talking about Zach Greinke, who makes it a point. If you notice, at home, his strikeouts are way up. I think he makes it a point to get the strikeouts at home because he doesn't want to risk giving up the contact.
He's been good at home.
Yeah, he has. And you could expect him to give up some runs once in a while at home. Yeah, but to me, it seems like when he's on the road, he'll go for the strikeout, but he'll pitch to a little bit of contact too. He don't mind. When he's at home, it seems like he goes extra hard for that swing and miss because he doesn't want to risk somebody happen to get good contact and that ball just carrying out of Chase Field, man. So I think that's a good call with Greinke. All
you need to do is get contact on it. It's probably going to go out.
That's it. Which makes me now we have to look at these Diamondbacks against Bloch.
I was just going to say, well, the D-backs are back home, so we can use them now.
That's it. They're back home, bro.
Don't use them on the road. But they're home, so stack them up.
And they probably lost so many people. And whenever they go on the road, they lose so many people money. People get so mad, bro. They lose so many people money when they're on the road. And then when they come home, people are bitter. And they hold grudges. And then they have a tendency to not really go after him like they should. You got Ty Bloch. The guy don't strike out. It's like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he don't strike nobody out.
And he's been bad. His last 2 starts. Bad. Terrible.
I'm with you there, bro.
But yeah, stack them up.
I'm with it. Stack it up. You heard the man. AJ Griffin of the Texas Rangers visiting Kendall Graveman of the Oakland Athletics.
I don't know. Graveman, maybe, if you want a long shot GPP. because the Rangers outside of Texas in that huge park downgrade, maybe, but you won't see me with him. Maybe he's an option.
I'm with you, man. It's one of those situations, dude. Like Texas is a team when they're on the road, I do like to pick on them, like you said, because they do strike out. They do. They have the potential to strike out, and it's a bigger ballpark. It's just tough to stomach a guy like Graveman, man. But you know what? In tournaments, especially on DraftKings, sometimes you need that guy. So these guys that we would normally, on FanDuel, we're not even considering them. But on DraftKings, sometimes you do got to take that second look because you need two pitchers, and if you pay up for both, good luck with the bats. So it's like sometimes in tournaments, if you want to maximize your upside, you got to find a guy that's in a decent spot that nobody's going to go to that's cheap. So it's like, I don't think Graveman's going to be that guy, but again, there's strikeout upside in Texas, and a lot of people won't go there. So it's something you're going to want to look up.
Yeah. I mean, for a donkey GPP, I could use him on FanDuel.
Oh, true.
When I'm trying to beat 40,000 people.
Yeah, if you're trying to load up on as many bats as you can. Just
other than that, no.
Honestly.
But Crush, what?
I wanted to ask you about AJ Griffin. Because last year he was that guy that like we would target against all the time, and he would end up with like 8 Ks. And you just never could figure him out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I don't like him. I mean, the A's will strike out too. Yeah. So maybe he could get 8. Yeah. You never know.
He'll give up 8, but then he'll give up like 6 runs.
Yeah, I would much rather stack against him.
Yes.
Crush Davis. He's another play for me every day.
Yo, remember that one day? It was like
recently. Every day.
Remember recently, Chris Davis was like mega chalk, and everybody played him. He didn't do shit. Literally the next day, this motherfucker goes off, man.
Yeah, Joe. Yeah. Joe on here. I watched the show with Paulie. He was cursing him. I like, oh man, don't curse my dude. It's my dude. I love this dude. He has double dunk upside every day.
Yeah, he does.
I don't care who the pitcher is.
He does.
He can hit 2 out.
And like,
so I mean, he's not a cash play, so I wouldn't play him in cash. But he's always low owned most of the time. I mean, he wasn't in Baltimore. I get him at 5%. I'm looking. I see his game start. I see he's 3.8%. I get ecstatic. I'm like, okay, I got a guy with 60-point upside. That's 3%.
Yeah.
Give it to me every day. Absolutely. I'll take it every day.
Absolutely. He's a phenomenal tournament play. And the reason is we got AJ Griffin, a fly ball pitcher. He's a righty. We know Chris Davis got those reverse splits. On top of that, what's behind AJ Griffin? One of the worst bullpens in the major leagues. So it's like, yeah, I see immense upside from the A's in general, but specifically from Chris Davis for sure.
Joyce. What's his name? I'm missing Lowry.
As Patio Joe likes to call him, Cash Game Porn. That's his nickname for Jed Lowry. He was always so cheap.
I like him in the 3-hole right in front of Crush.
Oh yeah.
When they moved him down, he wasn't.
Yeah, that was
he wasn't
stupid
doing so good, but
that.
they moved him back up.
Yeah,
I didn't understand.
You gotta keep him. If you keep him, if he gets pitches, he can get on base. But you gotta protect him. If you're not protecting him, they're not gonna pitch to him. He'll swing and miss 100 times. Let's see. Colin McHugh of the Houston Astros visiting Parker Bridwell of the Los Angeles Angels.
Who? What'd you say?
Colin McHugh visiting Parker Bridwell.
Huh. Yeah. Oh wow. I did. Wow. Yeah. What do you think? Because.
Listen, here's a situation. Here's my opinion on these two pitchers, right? These two pitchers are guys that in certain matchups, I can consider them. I could. In the right matchup, I could consider McHugh if he's super cheap as an SP2. Parker Bridwell is a guy that I didn't consider before, but I've noticed he can have his spots. He's actually not bad in certain situations. But for both of these teams, these are not the matchups for either of them that you want. Neither of these teams strike out. They have players. You got Mike Trout on the other side. And then, of course, the Houston Astros, I know they haven't been maybe as hot as they were a couple months ago, but they're capable. And then if they're not striking out, what's the point? So it's like, I'm with you, man. It's like you hear the names, and it's like, and McHugh especially, McHugh's a guy that he'll start off really well. He'll end up with 5 Ks through 4 innings. You're feeling good, and then he'll just get blown the hell up. It's just like it'll all come crashing down.
Exactly. Definitely. But Don't forget about Valbuena.
Oh yeah,
He's
man.
another one of my guys right now.
Oh, he's so cheap.
He's crushing.
Man. Oh, he's so cheap too.
Yeah, I got him last night at no ownership. And yeah, his price is going up though because he's
been hot.
He is hot right now, but yeah.
That's a great call.
Trout to play every day.
Every day.
We all know that.
Mm-hmm. Every day.
And Houston, I mean, I can stack Houston because they've been struggling. So I'll just wait. I'll just wait for that 15-run explosion and just put them on a team somewhere because it'll happen eventually. I mean, it's going to happen. So you could do that if you want to.
I'm with you, man. I'm 100% with you. And it's a situation where people might stay away because of the ballpark, but Houston there's some big bats. We're not talking about some, you know what I'm saying? We're not talking about some mediocre type bats. These guys can hit. At times they struggle like everybody else, but guys like Altuve, Springer, you know what you're gonna get, man. Like, these guys are good. So they're certainly in play. I would agree with you there. Last game of the night, and this one is intriguing to me. Chase Anderson of the Milwaukee Brewers visiting Kenta Maeda of the Los Angeles Dodgers.
I mean, I like Maeda. I like his talent. I like his stuff. But the Dodgers, he might only go 5 innings. He'll probably only go 5 innings.
Yeah, there you go. That's the correction. That's the key right there.
But I do like his stuff. I think the kid is good.
What do you think about the Dodger bats here?
Well, is Bellinger going to be back?
That's a really good question. That's a big deal.
That's huge because since he's been out, I used Cole, which I was happy for. First 5-6 innings, and then he got blown up. And last night, 0. I've seen a stat. It was win percentage with Bellinger in and with Bellinger out.
Oh wow!
And it was drastic. So yeah, Bellinger. Something about that kid. I love that kid.
Yeah.
That kid's won me a lot of money. I was
There's
playing
something
him in the
about that
outfield
kid.
when
I
nobody
wonder
else
what
was
it is.
playing him. He was one of my dudes. I did research on. Nobody was playing him. He's going double dong, and then what do you know? Everybody catches on. But play that. I love Bellinger.
Yeah, man.
He's my dude.
That dude is like the one guy that I don't care how chalky he is. If I like his spot, I'm not gonna fade it. Like he's the one guy I don't have a problem eating chalk with him because this dude has proved to me several times, especially in cash games, man. When he's in a good spot, I can't tell you how many times I tried to get cute, avoid him. And I got pulverized because that dude is just a beast. The whole Dodgers might have busted. So, like, the whole team sucked. But that one dude, Bellinger.
Yeah, if Bellinger's in, you stack him. Because right when he comes back, I feel we'll get right back on track.
And is this Chase Anderson?
What are they going to do? What are they going to do when they bring him back?
Yeah.
I mean, they're going to have to put Agon to the bench because they got Grandy now.
Oh, please, man.
You're going to play Agon?
Get Agon the hell out of get Agon the hell out of there, man. That dude, I'm sorry, man.
Yeah, he's terrible.
Get him out, please.
He's terrible.
Please, man. He hits a single and people get excited. Like, you know what I'm saying?
He's terrible. He's just too old. Can't get that bat around to get contact.
Absolutely. He needs to go to the AL. He needs to be a DH, and he needs to go to a very, very, very small ballpark. I think that's the next career. You know, that's like the next career move I can see for him.
Yeah, I don't think he has much left.
I'm with you, man. And listen, I always liked the guy. I always rooted for him. Like, I'm not a Dodger fan, but I always liked Agon.
Oh, yeah. I used to love him.
Man, with DFS can really turn you into a cold dude, huh?
Yeah, no doubt. There's no question about that.
I'm with it, man.
No question about that.
I'm with it, man.
But Grandal has in 13 at bats he has three homers against him.
Oh wow, that's not bad at all. That's definitely worth considering, I think.
Anderson. I mean,
is this his first start back?
But
is this Anderson's first start back?
No, this is. I'm pretty sure it's his second start back.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure, but I don't know. I didn't even look at him his first start.
Right. Yeah, I've been going. I have no clue.
I mean, he's stretched out. I'm not sure, but I mean, if Bellinger's not in, well, I still probably wouldn't use him.
No, I hear you, man. I can't do it. I'm not going against the Dodgers at home. They're not a team I like to pick on all that much. And if I do, it's usually lefties, right? Like lefties is usually a kind of pitcher I want to throw. Chase Anderson, I mean, he's supposed to be one of the better pitchers, but it usually takes a while for these guys to get the feel and get comfortable and all that. You don't know what kind of leash he might be on. So I'm with you, man. I have no interest in Chase today, or whenever tomorrow, I guess. Hey, man, that was a lot of fun, bro. I appreciate having you on, man. It was nice talking some DFS with you, bro.
Yes, sir.
Real quick, I'm going to take this moment to tell anybody that's listening to the show, we appreciate all you guys for listening. Obviously, we do this for free. It's a free show for you. And that won't go anywhere. But if you want a little more, if you like the product we give out, if you like what we're giving out, go to whitestake.com. Join the community. It's a premium DFS community. There's articles. We have a live stream Monday through Friday. We can ask questions, and you will get your questions answered. We got premium chats, guys like Galsop, Paulie D, Patio Joe, Cuse, like all the guys hanging out in the chats just answering questions. And it's a lot of fun, man. A community, it's not about listening to somebody's picks or buying some lineup from some dude. That's not what this is about. It's about bouncing ideas, communicating. And you'd be surprised. There's a lot of times, yo, I got to tell you, man, one thing I'll tell you. We've had the members that we have, the questions that they used to ask us month 1 compared to the questions they're asking us now in month 2. It's just, you can see the growth, and it's incredible. And it's not even like, oh, I'm going to say, oh, yeah, because I work with this dude. No, it's because the whole community work with the guy. That's what it's about. That's how you get better in general, man. Like, so, like, you know, you just talk things over. There's times where some of our subs like will say something, and I'm like, oh, wow, I didn't realize that. And they get me on a play. You know, it happens sometimes, man. So, anyway, my point about that is if you use the promo code podcast, you'll save 20% off your monthly membership. That's a deal we only give out to the podcast listeners just because we appreciate y'all listening. Real quick, Josh, before I let you run, man, normally we would play, we would build a DK pick'em lineup together, but it's too early. They don't have them out. So we're going to go old school, play our old game, the Dong Watch. The way it's going to work is we're going to go first base, third base, outfield, right? And you just have to pick who you think is going to homer. It's a snake draft order. You get the first pick. You'll pick. I'll pick. Oh, no, it's not snake draft anymore. My bad. So it's just you pick, I pick, and we'll go back and forth. But first base, third base, then outfield, all right?
All right.
Start us off. Find us a first baseman, bro.
You want chalk or you want
whoever you think is going to get a home run. It's not about price, none of that. It's just about who you think is going yard.
I'll take Bill.
Okay, I like that. I like that for a lot of reasons, actually. I will go. Ooh. I'll take Smoke against Cologne. I think he'll be chalky. I think, but like Smoke's not like a typical like name. Like he's never as chalky as he should be, considering how good he actually is. Like, you know what I'm saying? People would much rather play the Joey Vottos and all that, and I get it. I like those guys too, but Smoke is a guy, especially because there's 2 first basemen on Toronto, so it's like, you know what I'm saying? So it's I'll go with Smoke, bro. Yeah, all right, let's see.
That always sucks.
That does always suck. Third base, bro.
Oh, I got a guy that's gonna hit 2.
Uh-oh.
Donaldson.
Oh yeah, loving it right there. That's a good call. I'm with you on that one. Let's see. Who do I want at there? I'm gonna have to go with your boy Devers, man. I gotta go with your boy Devers. I know he might be popular. I don't care, man. The dude's mashing. Hellickson has been garbage this year. I'm going with your boy. All right, let's go outfielder now.
It's a good choice. Souza.
Oh yeah, I like that one. Dude's phenomenal against righties. Nah, I don't want that. Oh, you know what? Charlie Blackmon. Boom. Give me my boy Charlie Blackmon. I'm gonna hope he goes yard. I'm just gonna hope he's gonna be mega chalk probably against Toronto. But but I think I'm gonna give it a shot anyway because he's got the upside. This is about home runs. It's not about stolen bases. But I think he can get one.
He won't be. I don't think it'd be too much.
Right? Because you also have
there's so many games.
Right.
I don't even worry about ownership too much.
On a 15-game slate, you're 100% right.
Except maybe when Mr. Potato Head is on the mound, which that's what we get. Well, maybe they are, but yeah, don't worry about ownership too much with 15 games.
Play the guys you like, man. Just play.
Exactly.
That's the whole fun of this of 15-game slates and tournaments. To just play the guys you like. You don't have to think about it too much. Hey, Josh, man, this was a lot of fun, brother. I appreciate having you on, man.
It was fun. I enjoyed it.
Awesome, man. So anyway, guys, if you're watching on YouTube, please click that thumbs up button. We appreciate it. The like button. If you subscribe to the channel, it means a lot to us. Makes a big difference. If you're listening on Podbean, the audio only version, give us a follow. If you're listening on iTunes, the other audio only version, subscribe there. Give us some 5-star reviews. Bump us up those charts. Obviously, if you wanna hit up Josh, man, talk some DFS with him. Obviously, you can see he's a super cool dude, man, super down to earth, nice guy. You can find him on Twitter at Cashin DFS. Cashin DFS. That's Cash INDFS. Anyway, for Josh, for myself, and the entire Wise Take Nation, as always, good luck.